Lisa the Creator, and today we are discussing femininity and boundaries. The purpose of this channel is to impart knowledge. It isn't to entertain, it isn't to be the object of the male gaze. It is to inform, inspire, and to motivate. I'm not answering any more questions about mobility. It has already been answered. Watch previous videos. So, with that being said, there is nothing in the female handbook for healthy, well evolved, socially maladjusted women that says that if you are a female and you set healthy boundaries, that means that you want to be treated as though you're equal to a man. That is not what that means. Setting boundaries does not mean you want to be treated equal to a man. There is, in essence, no such thing in my mind as gender equality. We can do things to make it a level playing field, but biologically, the sexes are different. They are designed different. We can look at the male and female brain, and I don't have of our brains. We are designed differently. We're not the same. So the notion that men and women are equal is just, to me, is asinine. There should be, I believe, equal pay in the workplace if men and women are doing the same job and a woman can do it efficiently and to standard. But to try to compare experiences as though they're the same when we are biologically and physiologically different by design. And if we're taking a biblical turn, we're just different. It makes no sense. That's just dumb in my assessment. But saying I want respect and I don't want to be catcalled and I want boundaries does not mean that you are mean. It doesn't mean you're the B word. It doesn't mean you want to be treated as though you're a man. When you are a female and you get up in a man's face and you try to fight a man, and I mean run up on a man as though you are his equal, then and only then are you trying to cosplay as a man. That is a problem. Setting healthy parameters does not mean you want to be treated as a man. There's a difference between setting boundaries and toxic masculinity. And it's too much of a discussion about a made up gender war by unhealthy individuals who have not healed and who have not done their shadow work, that either need to be in a therapist chair working that out or doing self-help. Because it's clear through a lot of TikToks and a lot of comment section that instead of being on social media, people need to heal. And that becomes more and more apparent as I go through social media and read comments. So that's on that. As far as the perception of being mean, I think women, real women, and I'm not talking about 304s or women that want to throw their weight around and get behind a feminist movement because it's the trendy thing to do. Just because the Amber Roses of the world decided that that's the trendy thing to do. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to real women every day that are standing on business and doing what needs to be done. Women who are rolling up their sleeves and actually doing positive things out there in the world, not cosplaying for clout and clicks and views. Um, and that's just my personal opinion. No shade to anybody that's a part of any particular movement. I just find it a bit comical, and some people are convenient feminists, in my opinion. They're only feminists when it suits them, and then they want to revert back to not being feminists when it doesn't suit them anymore, and then cry victim. And we don't do playing victim on this channel. If you're a victim, let's be transparent about it. Let's have accountability, and let's be self aware, and let's do the work necessary to be healed. But sitting over here getting an emotional high over people feeling sorry for you, this is not the channel for that. Male or female. Sorry, not sorry. Writing books and getting on a platform, getting a bunch of people to feel sorry for you, this is not the channel for that. And you will be dragged, um, influencer or not, regular person or not, if I see you doing it. So that's just on that. Um, that's where I stand on that. And a lot of people do that because these days it pays to be a victim instead of just standing on it and saying, this is what I did. This is where I was in life. This is something that a decision that I made when I was not as well evolved as I am at this particular moment in time. I've grown from it. I've learned from it. I don't look like what I've been through. I made better decisions as of today. I'm a better person as of today, but I'm not here trying to have a sympathy train. That I can respect. But if you expect a sympathy train, nah, I'm not gonna feed into it. If you're trying to do real work, then yeah. But if you want clout and you want drama and rah rah and a sympathy train, no. Nah, regardless of gender. Show me that there's a valid effort to change. I mean, are you ready to change, or are you ready to make excuses for the rest of your life? Because at some point there has to be a point where you say to yourself, the way I do life isn't serving me, and it's nobody else's fault but my own. Um, Nobody else is to blame for the outcome of my life. Um, but my own. But my own choices. And people need to get over the notion of being perceived as mean. I have no problem with it. I have an acronym for mean: marvelous, educated, attractive, noble. I am mean, and I'm darn proud of it. I don't care.org. So, is somebody calling me mean stopping me from having my bills paid? Absolutely not. Is somebody calling me mean stopping me from having a job? Absolutely not. So, why is their insignificant opinion holding so much weight? And when somebody calls you mean, that should be your response. Unless what you're doing is causing direct harm to another individual, why does that matter? Same thing with the B word. It stings to hear, but why is it important? Why does it hold so much value? It's difficult not to personalize personal criticism, but when you know who you are and what you stand for, so things that society would think are important are not really important. God, family, how I present myself, my principles, my morals, and my values, and my thoughts, my words, my deeds, what I aspire to, producing good fruit, my actions lining up with what I'm saying. That's what I aspire to. That's what's important to me, not what an individual thought of me. And at my big age, I'm not explaining myself to anybody. If whoever doesn't get it by now is just going to get left behind. And that's on that. Um, I see that some people tuned in, popped in, but didn't stay. And I guess I will see the rest of y'all on the replay game. Take care. Bye bye.